motorcycles have transformed from clunky steam-powered contraptions to cutting-edge machines packed with AI and electric power. Along the way, they've shaped cultures, defined entire eras, and pushed the limits of engineering. From the legendary Indian Scout to the record-smashing Hayabusa, bikes have constantly evolved to meet the needs of riders and the demands of technology. But how did we get here? And what key innovations changed the industry? In this video, we will explore the fascinating evolution of motorcycles, from their earliest designs to the cutting-edge technology shaping the future. So, let's dive in. The idea of a motorcycle first came to life in 1867, when American inventor Sylvester Roper strapped a steam engine onto a bicycle. It was clunky, hot, and more of a science experiment than a practical ride, but it proved that powered two-wheelers were possible. Inspired by this, German engineers Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach took things up a notch in 1885 with the Reitwagen, the first motorcycle powered by a gasoline engine. It had a wooden frame and side wheels for stability, but its internal combustion engine set the foundation for the modern motorcycle. By 1894, motorcycles finally hit the market with the Hildebrand and Wolfmiller, the world's first production bike. It was a bold step forward, but with high costs and reliability issues, it struggled to gain traction. Still, it proved that motorcycles weren't just experimental machines, they had real commercial potential. With the concept now validated, manufacturers raced to refine their designs, setting the stage for the first mass-produced motorcycles of the early 1900s. The early 1900s saw motorcycles move from prototypes to mainstream production. In 1901, the Indian Motorcycle Company hit the scene with the Indian Single, a chain-driven speedster that topped out at a thrilling 30 miles per hour. It didn't take long for Indian to become the world's largest motorcycle manufacturer, setting the pace for everyone else. Not to be outdone, Harley-Davidson rolled onto the road in 1903, with a focus on raw power and rugged durability. By 1907, they introduced their legendary V-twin engine, an engineering marvel that gave their bikes a powerful roar and that unmistakable Harley attitude. Then, in 1913, Indian shook things up again by introducing the first electric starter. No more exhausting kickstarts, just press a button and go. This game-changing innovation made motorcycles easier to ride and opened the door for a whole new crowd of enthusiasts. When World War I broke out from 1914 to 1918, motorcycles became part of the military. Both Harley-Davidson and Indian bikes delivered crucial messages across battlefields, proving they weren't just fast, they were tough as nails. Their wartime service boosted their street credibility, making them even more popular when the war was over. With motorcycles now recognized for their speed and utility, manufacturers focused on improving performance, leading to some of the most legendary machines of the next era. The 1920s and 1930s were a golden era of motorcycle innovation, with companies refining their engineering and pushing performance to new heights. In 1920, William Henderson, known for building some of the finest four-cylinder motorcycles, introduced the Ace. This bike was fast, smooth, and set the standard for luxury motorcycles in the US. That same year, Indian released the Scout, a rugged, reliable V-twin motorcycle that became a favorite among racers and police departments. It was one of Indian's most successful models and remains a legendary name today. In 1923, BMW entered the motorcycle industry with the BMW R32, introducing the Boxer engine, a horizontally opposed twin-cylinder setup that provided smooth power delivery and excellent balance. This design became BMW's trademark and is still used in their motorcycles today. By 1927, Indian had taken over the Ace brand and refined its design into the Indian Ace. It combined high-speed performance with reliability, cementing Indian's reputation as a premium American motorcycle manufacturer. Then came World War II from 1939 to 1945. and motorcycles became vital military tools. The German army relied on rugged BMW and Zündapp bikes, with sidecars for troop movement and reconnaissance, while the Allies put their trust in Harley-Davidson's WLA and the British BSA M20. These wartime machines proved motorcycles weren't just fast, they were battlefield tough. By the time the war ended, the world was hungry for fast, affordable transportation. And with that demand, the stage was set for a post-war motorcycle boom and the rise of a new industry powerhouse. After World War II, motorcycles weren't just about getting from A to B anymore. They became symbols of freedom, rebellion, and pure exhilaration. In 1946, Italy shook things up with the Vespa, a sleek, fuel-efficient scooter that made riding through narrow European streets look effortlessly cool. Suddenly, two wheels weren't just practical, they were fashionable. Meanwhile, over in Japan, Honda revved up its engines in 1949 with the Dream D-Type, its first mass-produced motorcycle. Unlike the big, heavy American and European bikes, Honda focused on lightweight, user-friendly rides that anyone could hop on and enjoy. Little did the world know this strategy would completely transform the industry. Fast forward to 1969, and Honda introduced the CB750, the bike that kickstarted the superbike era. With an inline-4 engine, disc brakes, and a ridiculously smooth ride, it was fast, affordable, and dependable, putting high-performance motorcycles within reach of everyday riders. Many still call it the first true modern motorcycle. With motorcycles now faster and more powerful than ever, manufacturers turned their attention to refining performance, leading to the birth of superbikes and sport bikes. The 1970s kicked off the superbike revolution, with manufacturers pushing for faster speeds and sharper handling. Kawasaki made a statement in 1972 with the Z1, a 900cc powerhouse that shattered speed records. With its dual overhead cam engine, it became an instant favorite among adrenaline junkies, cementing its place as one of the most powerful bikes of its time. Meanwhile, Harley-Davidson hit a rough patch in the early 1980s, struggling against fierce competition from Japanese brands. But in 1984, they roared back with the Evolution engine, a game-changing redesign that boosted reliability and performance. This move saved Harley and put them back on top of the American market. Then came 1985, when Suzuki rewrote the rules with the GSXR 750. Built like a race bike but street legal, it featured a lightweight aluminum frame, sleek aerodynamic fairings, and a high-revving engine. The GSXR 750 didn't just set records, it set the standard for modern sport bikes. With sport bikes reaching new heights in power and speed, the next era focused on refining technology, safety, and the transition toward the digital age of motorcycling. By the 1990s, motorcycles had reached incredible performance levels, but manufacturers were now focusing on refinement, improving handling, aerodynamics, and rider experience. In 1992, Ducati introduced the 916, a motorcycle that blended raw performance with stunning Italian design. It had a trellis frame, single-sided swing arm, and aggressive styling. But it wasn't just about looks. The 916 dominated world superbike racing, setting a new standard for high-performance sport bikes. In 1999, Suzuki shocked the industry with the Hayabusa, a 1,299 cubic centimeter hyperbike that shattered speed records. It became the fastest production motorcycle in the world, clocking over 190 miles per hour. The Hayabusa was more than just speed, it was a technological masterpiece frame, sleek aerodynamic fairings, and a high-revving engine. The GSXR Yamaha and Honda brought MotoGP technology to the streets. The YZF-R1 and CBR-1000RR incorporated race-inspired electronics, lightweight frames, and precision handling, pushing sport bikes into a new era of performance. With motorcycles now incredibly fast and refined, the next decade focused on something entirely different: technology, electrification, and the future of motorcycling. By the 2010s, the focus began shifting from pure performance to technology and sustainability. In 2014, Harley-Davidson launched the Livewire, its first all-electric motorcycle. This was a massive departure from its traditional V-twin roots, proving that even the most iconic brands saw the future in electric power. With instant torque and a quiet ride, the Livewire showed that electric motorcycles could still be thrilling. Between 2019 and 2023, motorcycles became smarter. Companies like Damon, BMW, and Ducati integrated radar, AI-assisted riding, and adaptive cruise control into their models. Safety became a priority, with features like automatic emergency braking and traction control becoming standard. These innovations aim to make motorcycles safer without taking away the excitement of riding. Looking ahead to 2025 and beyond, the industry is pushing towards self-balancing and hybrid motorcycles. Honda and BMW are developing bikes that use gyroscopic systems to prevent tipping, making motorcycles accessible to more riders while enhancing safety. And while the future is exciting, motorcycles will always be about more than technology. At their core, they represent something timeless: freedom, adventure, and the thrill of the open road. So, what do you think about the incredible journey of motorcycles through time? Would you ride a classic vintage bike or embrace the future with an electric or AI-powered machine? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this ride through history, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Until next time, thanks for watching.